Honorable Men Discord. Let's talk Kai Cenat, his clothing brand, and his recent photos that emerged online. Let's talk about it.
How you see yourself is how you perceived. I see a man strong, gifted, head strapping, never down on his knees, begging. Gotta make a way, even in my darkest hour. Say the odds against me was new. I would never cower.
As always, welcome back to another episode. If you haven't already, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, tell a friend to tell a friend. I drop episodes daily at 5 p.m. Eastern Time. And as always, if you have something you'd like to share, I'll see you in the comment section. So, Kai Cenat. First of all, Kai Cenat. I'm saying his name correctly. The episode that I did a few episodes back, don't ask me why I was mispronouncing his name. I have a reason why I was mispronouncing his name, but I ironed that out. Okay, so Kai Cenat. In that episode where I was mispronouncing his name, I was concerned about not the fact that he's challenging himself in a new endeavor. There's nothing wrong with that. I think every man, if he chooses to try a new endeavor, should go for it. You know, especially if you're already successful in a different endeavor. There's nothing wrong with trying something new, right? Especially if you're passionate about it. So he is now passionate about fashion. He conquered the world of streaming. And I'm not even sure if he's going to continue streaming while he's doing the fashion. I don't know that. But we know he's passionate about fashion. What I was concerned about is leaving the streaming world or stepping aside from the streaming world to go into the fashion world, which is the world of entertainment, fashion, which I believe is all corrupt. I had concerns for him. You know, he's in his early 20s, and he's at an impressionable age. I hope I said that right. And it's dark. It could get dark. That world could get dark. I think the only thing that I can see as an outsider looking in, the only thing that I could see is that's a positive light is his mom being in his life. He had his mom in one of his episodes where he one of his streaming episodes, I should say, when he was deciding to announce that he wanted to take a time out from streaming, right? But let me get into these three things that I have queued up. The first one is a gentleman speaking on his recent photo shoot and his thoughts on the photos that Kai Cenat decided to take. So let's get into this one.
I told y'all, Hollywood don't play fair. They been had Kai Cenat, just like they forcing him into the modeling and fashion industry, which I know is corrupt. It's wicked there. Oh, it's wicked. But this is another ritual that he has to go through. Have y'all seen the actual pictures that they uploaded of him? Oh, he looked like a brand new person, if you know what I mean. Let's see. Now look at this. What? Oh, he's painting his nails now. He's going to be cross-dressing. Oh, I can see it now. I don't even believe that's even him anymore. Oh, they got Kai in a sunken place. His clothing looks horrific. I'm just going to say, this is all AI. I'm logging off.
On to the next one. Here's DDG standing up for his friend and his friend's clothing line, Vivette. Let's get into it.
Buying Kai full collection when it drop, nigga. And y'all is too, man. Quit hating on my dog, man. But y'all buy these random ass white man shit, and you would just buy it and stand outside for Jordans and all this other shit. But when you see a young nigga trying to do something different and change the motherfucking trajectory of fucking content creators and get into this fashion shit, y'all want to hate on it. But you will walk your same stanky ass in Foot Locker and set up a fucking tent for some fucking J's that dropped 20 fucking years ago. Buying Kai full.
All right. DDG, what he needs to understand is that everyone goes through this. Everyone who steps into the world of fashion is going to get critics and skeptics about their product. It's not until you show that you're resilient and you keep pushing your product that you win people over. All right. Same thing happened with Kanye West. They like, oh, what's this guy trying to do fashion for? Stick to making beats, stick to rapping. And Kanye West was resilient. He was persistent. He was locked in. He wasn't gonna take no. He wasn't gonna take no for an answer. Kanye West had it in his mind that he was gonna be successful, and he was successful. You know, he started with, I want to say his sneakers. He started with Nike, put out the Red Octobers, I believe it was, and flew off the rack. He even had a song. I forget that line he had about his sneaker was doing better than Jordan's Jumpman. Something along those lines. You know the line. I'm pretty sure many of you know the line. You could actually leave it in the comment section to remind me how that line is actually played out. But we know Kanye West, he went through it. Everyone goes through it. I mean, years ago it was FUBU, Fat Farm. You had Russell Simmons taking his shot at fashion with Fat Farm. Carl Kanai, I mentioned Carl Kanai. FUBU. I didn't mention Carl Kanai, I mentioned FUBU. And FUBU was a collective of different guys who were behind FUBU. It was more than one person behind FUBU, but Carl Kanai, he went through it. It's just the nature of the business, all right? Especially when you're going against the juggernauts that have been reigning at the top for years, you know? So it's just part of the business. It's nothing to get all riled up about. No one's going to just roll out the red carpet for a young streamer who wants to come into the fashion world. He'll be just fine because, listen, he has his audience. He has his people that they loved him for his streaming, and they will just support just because of that. They just want a piece of something to feel connected to Kai Cenat. So he'll be fine. I wouldn't even worry about that. I wouldn't even feel like it's necessary to even say that. Point out the fact that people are, you know, camping out for J's. That doesn't even matter. You know, he's his own man, and he'll be just fine. Again, that's not even my concern whether or not his fashion line is going to do well, because it's a win-win for him. Because he crushed it in streaming, and if he doesn't crush it in fashion, he'll find his way. Maybe it won't be the clothing. Maybe it'll be some shoes, or it could be an accessory. You know, he'll be just fine. All right. My concern is him being involved in the fashion world and the people that are in it. All that glitters is not gold. That's an old saying. From time to time, I'm just gonna let these old sayings fly because I grew up on old sayings. I don't even know if people still use old sayings today, but I know I still hold them there because they have such value, and it's timeless. You know, all that glitters is not gold. Being in the fashion world, being in entertainment, it's not really what it's made out to be. It could be very dark, very, very dark. But let me get into this last clip.
So millions of people are noticing that Kai Cenat looks a little bit different in 2026 after his transformation. And people are saying it's dumb to think that they cloned Kai Cenat. As you can see, they're saying they're brain dead. But watch this. Why was young Kai Cenat hanging out with Lil Nas X back in 2014? These videos were going viral about a year ago. I mean, this is not fake. And why are they dressing like this? It's a little odd, but it gets worse. Keep watching. People are saying it's true, not the same person, and it's scary that people do not see that. 16,000 likes. Could have sworn Kai Cenat has sleeve tattoos. Because as you can see, boom, no tattoos on the sleeve. And he really does look different. I mean, even though it's not because he doesn't have the dreads anymore, but he looks a little bit different. I mean, you could say this is lighting. He's looking up in this photo, but it is a little bit odd. And also the fact that literally millions of people are seeing this is interesting. But what do y'all think about this in the comments? That's literally not the same person. They got him. What do y'all think? So millions of people are...
I think you know, the conspiracy theorists out there are always gonna say something like this. They did this with Gucci Mane. They're still doing it with Gucci Mane. You know, they're saying that, oh, I don't think he's the real Gucci Mane. When he came from prison and he was slimmer, he said he worked out. They're like, this is not Gucci. You know, here's the thing. If this is a real thing where some secret society, Illuminati, or what have you, is snatching people and releasing a clone, I would be blown away if that's a reality that's taking place. But I'll be honest, I put nothing past this world. I put nothing past this world. But for what reason would they do this? But listen, anything's possible. Listen, I'm not going to call the conspiracy theorists crazy. I'm not going to be the one. Maybe somebody else on their channel is going to say that. But in the world that we live in right now, and the things that we see on the news, anything is possible. And if I sound crazy for saying it, then I guess I'm crazy. Anything's possible. Do I think this is the real Kai Cenat? I think it's the real Kai Cenat. I think it's the real Kai Cenat. But if it's not, it just further proves my point about the industry and and how dark it is, and the length that they will go for their agenda. Listen, what's your thoughts on this? Do you believe this is the real Kai Cenat? That's one question that I have for those of you watching this episode. Do you believe this is the real Kai Cenat? My second question for you is, how do you feel about Kai Cenat knowing the type of content he put out as a streamer? How do you feel about him being part of the fashion world? Forget about his clothing and whether or not you think he's going to make good clothing. He'll do just fine. Most of the time, you just regurgitate the stuff that other designers put out there. There's nothing really groundbreaking in fashion. I'm sorry. A lot of this stuff is just regurgitated stuff from different eras. You put a little twist on it, put a little sparkles on it, or it's the same stuff. It's really the same stuff. You know, 1 minute we're wearing tight jeans, next minute it's loose, next minute it's super wide, like bell bottoms. It's all the same thing. All right. If you lived long enough, you would know this, but some of you are fairly young, so you're thinking you're wearing something that's just like groundbreaking and out of this world. It's really not. It's really not. And that's my opinion. Yes, it is, and I stand on it. But again, what's your thoughts? Do you think this is the real Kai Cenat? And what's your thoughts of him embarking into the fashion world? But as always, I appreciate everyone for tuning in. If you haven't already, hit that like button on your way out. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Tell a family member. Tell a colleague. I drop episodes daily at 5 p.m. Eastern Time, and I would appreciate them joining the channel as well. And as always, stay honorable.